Months ago, I, the legend Rafer Faulkner, I made a video about something. Well, before I begin, before I talk about what I'm going to talk about, of course, wow. I look at myself in the mirror several times a day. I look at my rugged, legendary handsomeness. I, the legend Rafer Faulkner. That's the first thing that I want to say. Now, months ago, as I was saying, I made a video about, and this is so, it is an important thing. It is an important thing, and simultaneously, it's something that can't be understood by most of you onion heads that are watching. It can't be understood by the mere mortals. I talked about and I showed something that is among the most important items, among the most important things ever. And that is, and I showed this and talked about it. It's so important. I'm going to talk about it again in this video. And that is this: the key of death. As I said months ago about this, in a video about the key of death, as I'm saying again, it's not understandable to most persons. I know that. You mere mortals, you don't understand. I know that you don't comprehend. I don't expect you to. But yet, I'm pronouncing, yet I'm saying what I'm saying, and that's the key of death is worth more than lousy lives. The key of death. This has been handed to me by death itself, and what it does. When I was taken by that force and other spiritual forces, and this was put in a spiritual door. The spiritual key, the key of death, was put in a spiritual door, and when it was turned, and that door opened, I saw all kind of things that is not seen in this side of existence. That's not seen in lousy life. That's not seen by you pathetic mortals. They're not seen. It's not seen by your mere mortal eyes. I saw all kind of things that transpire, that exist. It did, does, and continues to exist in the spirit realm. And until such a spiritual force exists to stop that, those things will continue. What I saw at certain points, or should I say certain spiritual places, those kneeling, falling on their knees, bowing to the supreme righteous force of righteousness. God of heaven, known by several names, one of which is Jehovah Jireh. Nevertheless, they were before God of heaven, as it was on his throne, and all about angels bowing and singing as well, all in praise to that supreme righteous force, God of heaven. And then at another point of time, another particular point in time, I was taken to another place, the opposite place of that in which I just described, the other place I was taken to. And there are more than these places, but I seen, this is just some of what I seen. Then I was taken by the spirits to another place where there was wailing and they were gnashing their souls, not just their teeth, but their souls, and screaming the likes of has never been heard before in this side of Lao's existence, in this side of Lao's, of the stupid world of life existence. There have been no one has heard screams like that. Constantly. So much screaming was existing. It was like thunder. Literal. It was just like thunder. It was a thunder screaming and misery and agony. Much more than usual in a lousy world. The level of the screaming and agony in the place I was in was the likes that the stupid earth hasn't seen. And all the begging. And all around there were demons. They were poking lousy souls. Stupid man! That ended up in that place. And I, legendary for Faulkner, I seen. Just as I seen the supreme force of righteousness at that particular point in time, in that particular place in the spirit realm, I seen the supreme force of evil. I seen Satan as it was laughing and the demons were laughing with much glee about the agonies of lousy man. Oh, how they watch lousy man destroy each other, and they like it. They like every bit of it. And of course, lousy man facilitates that. It helps them obtain their ways. It helps them continue their laughter at this foolishness and stupidity of lousy man. Both genders, and even, of course, children. They're all fools. And the thing, the lousy thing called life, called existence. They're all in the scheme of things. And because I, legendary for Faulkner, because I am outside the parameters of lousy normalcy, of pathetic people, because I am above the mortals. Those are only some. Those are only a few, two of several reasons why I was given the key of death. But this doesn't work in lousy life. It only works in the spirit realm, into which his forces take me. They take me sometimes more than others. And I have personally asked the spirits why God of heaven doesn't just destroy the lousy world, which it should do. Because surely it can see. I would assume that it can see, it can understand, it can comprehend. The lousy man won't change. There's no hope for lousy man to change. As long as they exist, they'll be poisoned with that thing called sin. That thing, which is started by Satan, carried on by lousy man. That thing, sin, which destroys lousy man's lives, should just be ended all. The lousy world should just be ended all. This has been another great Spider Incorporated production. I'm amazing. I, the legendary for Faulkner, and am among the greatest and most controversial artists of all time. I, Legend Rayford Faulkner, am amazing.